In this video, I'll show you how to use context in the Semantic for Rhino visual in Power BI. You'll notice there's a context style here, and beneath input there's the option to invert context. I'll show you now how to set up context. We have to do this through the Transform Data tab. Return back to Home, select Transform Data, navigate to a table where you'd like to set up the context column. In this case, we'll set context based on the layer name, so we'll go to a table that has the layer name available for us. Go to Add Column in the top ribbon, and then select Conditional Column from the ribbon menu. We'll need to add a column name. We can make this be anything that we like, but we will call it isContext for this example. And then we need to set a condition or a rule for the table to determine if something should be flagged as context or not. So we'll say if the layer is equal to, let's set all of the skin as context. So if the layer is equal to skin, then output a 1 for true. So we're using a binary here where 1 is going to equal true, meaning that the skin will be context. And we'll say else false with a 0. Then we hit OK. This is going to add a column here. We want to make sure it has both 0s and 1s, so you can do that by clicking this drop down and seeing what's available in the list. If that error pops up where it's saying that might not be everything, load more, then you can hit load more just to make sure. And you can also do that just by scrolling through your list, but if you have a really long list, that could take you a while. Here we can see that there's 0s and 1s. So now what we will do is right-click on this icon indicating the type of column that this is. So we're going to right-click on the ABC123 icon, and we're going to change the type to true-false. So now anything that is a 0 is false, and anything that is a 1 is true. You can see that the skin is true, the floors are false, everything's looking good. And with that, we can return to Home in the ribbon and then select Close and Apply. The changes have been applied. We now have our isContext column, and we're going to add isContext, that true and false field, to the context area in the Build Your Visual panel. The visual has regenerated, and we can see now that the skin is showing up as this transparent layer, and everything else is showing up as solid. We can control the context style independently. So right now it's pulling the colors from the source model. That's pretty cool. It is ghosted. We can turn off and on ghosted. Right now it has a single edge color. We can toggle that on and off too. The edge colors are now responding to the colors coming from the model. We can change the visibility to be edges only if we like. So this allows us to control the visibility of anything that we flagged as context separately. One more thing that we can do is invert the context. So this is going to basically reverse that list of true and false. So now anything that was flagged as not context is going to appear with those context settings. The tracer visual is very similar, and we have additional videos for that on our YouTube channel and under our tracer documentation on apps.provingground.io.